All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're going to shatter one of the absolute biggest myths in business. It's a misconception that literally bankrupts thousands of companies every single year. Understanding this, it'll completely change how you think about money.
Section 1. The biggest business trap.
So, imagine your business earns $100,000, 100 grand.
Sounds incredibly successful, right? I mean, honestly, anyone would be thrilled to hit that milestone. You'd think you're on top of the world.
But then, why is there only $2,000 left in your bank account? It's a terrifying disconnect. How do you go from earning $100,000 to having almost nothing sitting in the bank?
See, a lot of folks believe a very simple but very dangerous equation. More sales equals more money. But as thousands of business owners figure out the hard way, profit does not mean cash. You can actually be highly profitable and still run completely out of cash. Let me show you exactly why.
Which brings us to Section 2, the lemonade illusion. Let's look at Sarah. She runs a lemonade stand. She just had a killer month, bringing in $10,000 in sales. That's our green cash inflow right there. Incredible. But she has expenses. Things like lemons, sugar, cups, all costing about $8,000, shown in red. Do the simple math, and that leaves her with a profit of $2,000 in blue. On paper, this looks absolutely amazing.
So where exactly did the money go?
Well, here's the catch. Her customers promised to pay her next month. Maybe they set up corporate accounts, or they just asked to be invoiced. The reality is, even though Sarah technically made a profit, she didn't actually receive the cash.
So her bank account? It's completely empty. $0, nada. That right there is the exact difference between profit and cash. And let me tell you, it is a brutal reality for any business owner.
Section 30. What is profit? Profit really just answers one specific question. How much money did the business earn after its costs? Basically, it's just a paper calculation of what's supposedly left over.
You take your revenue, let's just say $50,000, and you subtract your expenses, say $40,000. That leaves you with a profit of $10,000. And hey, profit tells a fantastic story on paper. But as Sarah learned, paper doesn't pay the bills.
Moving on to Section 4. What is cash flow? Now, cash flow answers a totally different question. It asks, how much actual money moved in and moved out? Cash flow measures the absolute ground-level reality of money physically moving through your hands.
Imagine this. A customer hasn't paid you yet, so your money in is only $5,000. But your bills, they're due today, meaning your money out is $9,000. The result of that? You've got negative cash flow. Yep, you can run a highly profitable business and still be drowning in negative cash flow.
Which leads us to Section 5, the danger zones.
Take a look at Scenario A. You've got high profit but low cash. Your sales look super strong on paper, but your customers are dragging their feet paying you. The problem? Well, your bills are arriving today. A business stuck in this zone is basically struggling to survive. Then, look at Scenario B. Low profit but high cash. You usually see this when a company gets a huge chunk of investment money or a massive loan. Sure, the bank balance looks incredible today, but without actual profit driving it beneath the surface, it's just not sustainable long term. That is exactly why smart companies track both.
Section 6, scoreboard versus oxygen.
Think of it this way. Profit asks the question, how successful are we? It's essentially the scoreboard. It tells you the score of the game you're playing. But cash flow? Cash flow asks, can we survive next month? It is your oxygen. And the absolute brutal truth of business is this. Without oxygen, the game ends. Profit is simply the scoreboard. Cash flow is survival.
So I want to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Next time someone comes up to you and says, "Oh, our business made money," I want you to ask them one very specific question. Profit or cash flow? Because one tells you how successful you look, the other tells you whether you actually stay alive. Profit shows success. Cash flow keeps you alive. You now know the vital difference between the two. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll see you next time.